Hey, welcome back to the Solomon's Porch podcast. That was No Way.
No Way.
By Rare of Breed. Man, love that song. If you haven't checked it out, go get it on all the outlets, stream it, do whatever you can to support the brother. And
it's a really good, edifying song.
It really is. It really is. It's nice, like, gets you pumped up.
Yeah.
So, anyway, before we jump into our Who versus Who for the week, shout out True Strength Apparel. Go to TrueStrengthApparel.com to get all of his awesome merch. And if you want to support the show, you can get Solomon's Porch podcast gear. But I mean, it's not really supporting the show because we don't take any money from them. But
right,
you know.
Yeah. But if you want stuff from the show, help us advertise to other folks.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you know, I've been a lot more involved on Instagram lately.
Yeah, you have.
So actually, if anybody wants to follow me, my handle is EKC4564. So you can follow me. I post up really just photographs that I do. I've been a photographer for a number of years, and so anyway, doing more of that, and so you can follow some of my artwork. But I've been noticing that Aaron's been posting up a lot of stuff lately. You can also follow him on Instagram at True Strength Apparel, all one word.
Yep.
And he's had some really cool stuff. I've liked some of the coffee mugs. He's got this one that's like barbells kind of crossing over. I thought, it looks really tough.
That's a new logo he's been doing.
Yeah. So anyway, right now I'm looking at one of his Stay Strong coffee mugs, and it's a good solid coffee mug. Anyway, you can get one of those, or you can get a Solomon's Porch podcast coffee mug from him.
Get one of each. One of each.
Yeah, just order one of everything that he has. But anyway,
hey, tax return season's coming up. Go shopping.
But anyways, support the brother, and also follow him on Instagram because he puts up regular stuff, and even some of the stuff that he's doing in terms of his training for weightlifting. So
yeah.
Anyway, some good stuff there.
Yeah, man.
So versus
Who versus Who?
Yeah.
We got Jet Li versus Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people give feedback, and looking at the results that I wrote down.
Well, now, did you want to give the public results?
I'm just looking at the halfway point.
Okay.
There was one individual, and I have to find it on. I know it was on Facebook, but I got to figure out which page it was. There was a guy named Moses Ball. He's really kind of heavy into the comic scene. He knows what he's talking about in all different areas, and he had commented because I try to put it up the Who versus Who to get people's opinions before we do the show.
Right.
And I posted it up, and let me see if I can find it.
And so you gave us a little bit of feedback, and hey, I think the thing for me with this was that it's not like you pull out just like one character from a movie. So I think we're really kind of talking about them as a full career kind of thing. So if anybody was thinking, oh, well, Jackie Chan from this movie versus Jet Li, we're not really kind of going that route. This is really just, the embodiment of each actor and how they do what they do. And so I did some research and looked up some biographies for each one of them. Stuff that I didn't know, right much that I did know. I've been a fan of both actors for quite a while, and it was this is going to be tough. I think that regardless of who it is that I pick, it's going to be easy to try to argue because there's so much good from each one of them that it's just going to be a tough battle. But I will say I do feel like I've got a solid winner here. And
like you have a solid winner?
Well, I mean in that I know who I think should definitely win this battle. I even watched. I'm sorry?
We need to set parameters.
Okay.
But I feel like that matters.
Well, I watched just real quick, I watched the Forbidden Kingdom movie.
Yeah.
Which flopped in theaters because
they were in that together.
This is the only movie that the two actors are in it together. So there's actually a battle scene in there.
There is,
the two of them,
which is on YouTube, and if you look at their best fight scenes, it's in both of their their categories of best fight scenes.
Yeah. And frankly, if there's any reason to watch the film, it's for the fight scenes.
Yeah.
If it deals with the little white boy, it sucks. I honestly, I think that's why the film didn't do well.
See, I thought Forbidden Kingdom was meaning something else, but
he just it brought down the entire film. It really did.
Yeah.
I get the concept and everything, but it just drug it down. So, but anyway.
So parameters before we get these. I
Okay.
want us to set them before we
Uh-huh.
try to sway to our.
So actors as a whole.
Actors as a whole, as fighters, and they fight. Are we talking about that or just careers? I'm talking about fights. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's what, like, are we talking about they just are randomly in public one day, they see each other, and somebody jumps in front of them and says, "Okay, fight," like that kind of thing?
Sure.
Okay, so
I don't know why that would matter
anywhere in
versus
public.
that they have time to prepare and go to a gym and fight. I don't know what the difference
Well,
would be.
that's kind of the good. I don't think either one of these necessarily need prep time.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think so. And I would say without like any kind of, weaponry or anything, just straight fighting skills.
Okay. So,
does that change things for you?
well, I mean, what I'm thinking is, because in their movies they typically use stuff around them in the room.
Well,
So
yeah.
they can use that stuff, but they're not going at it with swords and.
Yeah, not like
Bamboo
it's specifically because,
Okay.
this guy is,
So they're not coming into the fight with already prepared weapons.
okay.
Okay, alright. So go ahead and pick your
Alright.
choice.
Alright.
Alright, let's see.
Alright, let's see. So, okay. Alright, I got Jet Li.
I got Jackie Chan, obviously.
Who?
Jackie Chan.
What does he do?
He's a pastor.
Is he?
Yeah, he studies. That's Francis Chan. Oh, never mind. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
are they related?
Jackie Chan. I doubt it. You racist.
That'd be kind of cool.
No. Okay.
Okay.
So, let's
Just because they have the last name,
let's not go just back and forth. Okay.
Okay.
Let's just go ahead and just point out. I feel like in any environment, with any weapons, with anything that can be moved around, I think Jackie Chan has the advantage. I think he does.
You only say that because you picked his name.
Well, no, like seriously,
Okay,
if you look at the whole entire culmination of all of his films, he has always done all of his own stunts, and in his stunts, when you watch through the movies, in his stunts, he is always doing the most craziest, unexpected things in fights. Like Jet Li, I mean, you can kind of like he doesn't do anything where you're just like, whoa, I can't believe he just did that with this thing or whatever. Like the way Jackie Chan uses rugs in fight scenes, like you have no idea what's getting ready to come at you. So in all honesty, like his hand-to-hand combat doesn't even have to be on par with Jet Li's, but he's still going to take him out with whatever he has around him. So what are your thoughts? That's one of my arguments.
Okay, well, frankly, I think it would have to be your weakest argument. I hope it's your weakest argument because if that was your best that you have, then this game's already over. Okay, so first off, Jet Li was a wushu champion.
That's a great suit.
What has
suit.
Jackie Chan got under his belt?
He's got Taekwondo. He's got karate,
no
he's
championship.
got
No
kickboxing.
championships. No championships.
You don't need championships to be better.
Yes, absolutely, because that's what that proves.
I can prove this. I can prove this. Every best rapper out there, a lot of them don't have as many Grammys as Drake or whatever. So really, championships don't really matter.
Okay.
And in a fight, wait
a minute. I thought it was my turn to talk.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So first off, Jet Li has got the training and the skill to be able to fight, whether it's with whatever's around him or if it's just straight fisticuffs. Okay. So regardless of whatever stunts that Jackie Chan's going to try to pull out of his butt, Jet Li's got the fighting skills to be able to defend himself under any circumstance. So just because Jackie Chan is, frankly, an excellent stuntman, and I would admit is probably even a better actor than Jet Li.
Very much better actor.
And his English is better than Jet Li's. But when it comes down to fighting, man, look, Jet Li's standing there and he's like, blocking shots and like, It doesn't matter what movie. It doesn't even look like he's breaking a sweat, man. He's just like, he's just rolling with it. But then Jackie Chan's like stretching and trying to make this go. And I mean, he's just, okay, he's got 9 years on Jet Li. So, you know, okay. But even when you look at his older stuff, I mean, he couldn't even hold a candle to Bruce Lee. Because even when Bruce Lee passed away, when he died, everybody was looking to Jackie Chan to be able to pick up the mantle.
You know why? Do you know why?
But Jackie Chan was like,
Bruce Lee,
"Oh, I can't do this.
Bruce
it's
Lee
too hard.
told everybody.
So I'm gonna have to just do my own comedic thing
Bruce
and be
Lee
funny."
told everybody to look at Jackie Chan.
Yeah, but still he tried.
Did anybody give Jet Li that cosign?
But
no.
But Jackie couldn't live up to it. He tried to.
He did. He couldn't in his home country.
He couldn't hear.
There.
He couldn't hear.
He did hear.
Everything he did to begin with flopped. Did you
All
look
his
at
earlier
his
stuff?
Exactly.
But that's
all
because,
his stuff
you
when
know
he was
why?
trying to be like Bruce
Because
Lee.
all the story stuff sucked.
Because it was all trying to be Bruce Lee.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump back to Jet Li. So Jet Li, he won his all his tournaments or whatever in a dojo with rules, with referees. Like there's things you can't do. Mm-hmm. Like on the street, there's no you can't do this, you can't do that. I mean, there's there's no parameters against people under a certain set of rules in an open dojo with nothing around him.
But in his movies, he's proven that.
In Jet Li, I will admit, I would say that he's naturally faster. I'll give him that.
Way.
I would say he's naturally. Now, I wouldn't say way because Jackie Chan has proven to be really fast too. But I would say Jet Li has, like, if it was a race in a car, Jet Li's probably 90 to where Jackie Chan would be like 84.
I was thinking more like 35 training wheels.
Jet Li's not that much faster. But the thing is like Jackie Chan, he, like I said,
Jet Li's the Ferrari and Jackie Chan's the Pinto.
But it depends on what type of asphalt you're on. Like, in general, I believe in a typical setting, Jackie Chan can get into any environment, and I believe he could find advantages over Jet Li. The other thing too is Jet Li. I think the problem with Jet Li is so focused on the person, where Jackie Chan, he's aware of his surroundings.
No.
I believe Jackie Chan is way more aware of his surroundings.
Have you seen anything that Jet Li has done? Just even take the Expendables. Just even the Expendables, where he's in that kitchen scene and he's fighting and he's got like 5 different dudes at one time and he's doing things behind them as well as in front of them. He knows his surroundings.
Jackie Chan has had a way more better scenes.
And he used everything that was in there because he didn't have a firearm at the time. He's using pots and pans and knives and stuff.
You know where he learned that from? The master of it. The drunken master.
But the point is still
Jackie
that
Chan can beat Jet Li while he's
though.
drunk. That's the thing. He could get drunk and beat Jet Li.
But Jet Li's done that too.
But not as good.
Yeah, and Fearless.
So, the other thing too is Jackie Chan has done way more incredible stunts and went through a lot more than Jet Li ever has. He literally laid in a bed of hot coals, flame coals, for a film. So I believe the amount of pain he can endure would be much greater than what Jet Li could.
Well, but it's got to be because Jet Li's going to inflict a lot more pain on him.
But as soon as he ends up in that coal bed, he's going to be
He ain't
crying.
going in a coal bed. He's too smart for that crap.
No, but Jackie Chan
He's going to do like one of those walking over everything.
Jackie Chan could chill there, and all of a sudden Jet Li come and check on him, and he just tricks him. And then when Jet Li hits it, he's going to be like, oh, give me a band-aid for my back. Oh. And Jackie Chan's going to say, oh, you punk. And he's going to take the alcohol, spit it on him, and he's going to burn up into a pulp. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be.
Dude, man, you got to stop taking crack before these things, man.
All right, is there any more arguments we can go with? Because I think we might have. I will say this though: when you look up Jet Li's karate, his martial arts abilities, all you have is the wushu, which sounds like sushi. Jackie Chan's got so many different kinds.
Sushi, wushu?
Yeah, it sounds like a type of sushi, you know. Like, what would you like? Like a cup of wushu.
Okay, and so Jackie Chan and Francis Chan was racist, but that's not? Come on.
I'm saying the fighting style sounds like a dish.
Okay,
but Jackie Chan, though, he is so well equipped in so many different martial arts. and he's recognized for those differences. Jet Li's only recognized for wushu because the biggest moment in his life was as a kid. Like, he doesn't have anything from his adulthood where
Wait a
people...
minute, are you still arguing? Because I thought you were wrapping up.
Okay, yeah, I'm wrapping up my argument.
Okay, this sounds like you're arguing again.
Okay, no more argument. So, I don't know. I believe hand to hand in a dojo, with nothing around, I believe Jet Li could beat Jackie. And they're both prime. I believe Jet Li could because I believe he is naturally, he's faster. And I believe anything Jackie Chan throws at him, like fight-wise, whatever,
regardless of
I believe
style.
Jet Li would be able to get him. I do really believe, though, if he was in our house here, that he would be able to find ways to be able to really surprise Jet Li too much.
I agree that I think that one, definitely Jet Li hand to hand in a dojo,
Right.
hands down, is going to beat Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan will, I think, genuinely be more creative about his environment for sure. Whether or not that'll give him enough of an edge to be able to defeat Jet Li, I mean, that's where it gets to be questionable. Without a doubt, you've got to give Jackie Chan lots of props. This is a man that, okay, both Jet Li and Jackie Chan do their own stunts.
They do.
So I mean, you got to give him props there alone. But certainly the stuff that Jackie Chan has undergone, and the fact that he's broken like every single bone in his entire body at least once, credit's got to be due there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to punk Jackie Chan. I mean, he's still, but one of the things that I think, just as a side note, career wise, Jackie Chan is always an innovator. He's always looking for ways to be able to expand, to do money, to make money, and to make environments better. So like, when he had other stunt people in movies that are getting injured, what does he do? He comes up with a Jackie Chan stunt crew organization that's helping to train them so that way they know how to do the stunts better and insure them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's classy. That's real cool. Jet Li.
It's not easy to be insured if you're a stuntman.
Well, definitely. And Jet Li, he's not doing that stuff. Maybe that's not his bag. But like even Jackie Chan, he's had the cartoon. He's had a comic book. And so he's always thinking outside the box and always doing fun stuff. I will say I own more Jet Li movies than I do Jackie Chan movies.
Gotcha.
But Jackie Chan's great at the comedic level. And Jet Li, I think, usually feels more forced. So again, watching Forbidden Kingdom today, and he's, the monkey character, whatever, he just feels too forced. So his acting is, when he's doing something serious, like Fearless, to me, Fearless was right in his zone. That was where he really shines the most. But you start doing something where he's got to be a little funny, and it just doesn't work so much. Yeah. So,
I know Jet Li, and this is not part of the argument at all, but I know Jet Li he's a lot more physically damaged now from all of his old career than Jackie Chan is.
Yeah.
Like Jet Li, he kind of he's permanently injured more than Jackie Chan has.
Right.
And but I believe that's because Jackie Chan, he is very much a stuntman.
Right.
Jet Li is a fighter.
Right.
And so that's why you see Jackie Chan doing all this crazy stuff, because he figured out how to do it and not hurt himself as well. I mean, when you see the bloopers when you see some of the bloopers for Rush Hour, those bloopers, it's hilarious. But I mean, it's him. Like, 'cause when he hurts himself, you see like
that's him.
You don't see Chris Tucker doing that.
Right. Oh, definitely.
But so some of the like I said, I posted this up earlier in the week, and this is the results we got. Jet Li did win by a marginal line, so Nathan, Sam Blackwell, Damo, Ellis Payduz, Derek, OTS, which is Derek, I forgot his last name, Derek Myers, and Moses Ball. They all said Jet Li. Jackie Chan was Monty the Hokage, 180 Apparel, Super Saiyan Misfit, and I think it's Rel, the Christian rapper. They all said Jackie Chan. And Moses, he pointed out the reason, like in depth, the reason why he thought Jet Li would win in terms of what he knows martial arts wise compared to Jackie Chan. Mm-hmm. And so we appreciate y'all giving your opinions. Yeah. When we post these up, we'd love to get your feedback, and I'll try to remember to announce them on the show. So that's it for Who versus Who. We will be right back with our third